What happens in a PGA Tour golf playoff tie? Imagine finishing a tournament with everything on the line, and suddenly, you have to keep going to find out who wins. That's what a playoff is in golf. When players are tied after the regular 72 holes, a playoff decides the champion. The rules for these extra holes can change depending on the tournament, but the main formats are aggregate playoffs and sudden death playoffs. In an aggregate playoff, players compete over a set number of holes, usually 3. The player with the lowest total strokes after those holes wins the tournament. If they are still tied after those holes, the playoff moves to sudden death. This means they play one hole at a time, and the first player to score better than the other wins. Sudden death is the most common playoff style outside of major championships. Players play hole after hole, and the first to win a hole outright is the winner. This can happen quickly or take several holes, depending on how evenly matched the players are. Major tournaments have specific rules for playoffs. For example, the PGA Championship uses a 3-hole aggregate playoff first. If players are still tied after those 3 holes, they switch to sudden death. The Masters Tournament, on the other hand, uses sudden death immediately. The US Open plays a 2-hole aggregate playoff first, then moves to sudden death if needed. The Open Championship uses a 3-hole aggregate playoff followed by sudden death if the players are still tied. Most regular PGA Tour events outside the majors use sudden death playoffs. Players compete hole by hole until one scores better than the other. This format keeps the excitement high and the competition intense. On the women's side, the LPGA also uses similar rules. Some major championships use sudden death, while others follow an aggregate playoff format. The goal in all cases is to find a clear winner after the regular 4 rounds. Playoffs test not only skill but also mental strength. Players need to stay calm and focused under pressure. They must quickly adapt to the playoff holes, which are often chosen to challenge every part of their game. Managing nerves is key because a single mistake can cost the title. Playoff holes are played immediately after the final round ends. Players compete directly against each other, not the entire field. This head-to-head format makes the finish even more exciting and memorable. In short, a PGA Tour golf playoff tie is decided by playing extra holes either as a set number of aggregate holes or through sudden death. This process makes sure a clear winner emerges, showing both skill and composure in high-pressure moments.